Hey team, in this video we're going to show you how we pour a 5,000 square foot shop floor. There's some of the equipment that we'll be using. We had about 5 power trowels, 2 Vibrascreeds, we had a crew of 5 finishers, 1 laborer, and the pump guy. So here's our integral drains that we form up ourselves. We're giving it a light initial vibrate, but you always want to make sure that you fill both sides of that drain and vibrate from the top to build that head pressure and you're not leaving any voids. We also vibrate that exterior edge just to make sure the concrete gets right to the outside of the building, and vibration in the middle is not necessary. We're pouring the concrete wet enough so it self-consolidates as we pour. Now, the most important part of the whole floor for flatness is where the overhead door sits. So we use a 16-foot screed board and a level to make sure that that's perfectly flat for the door. Once the concrete's hard enough to get on with our power trowels, we're going to start smoothing it out and taking away and leveling any deficiencies that we left during the pouring process. So the trick with the power trowel is to go over it with the pattern and then cross your pattern to take out any deficiencies from each previous round. So you're constantly going left to right, and then you're switching oppositely, and then also increasing the speed of revolutions and the pitch of the blades as it gets harder. So we start with float blades and then we get to the end and we're using finish blades. So float blades are more for leveling and flattening, and we do about 2 passes with those, and then we switch to our finish blades and we're going to do about 3 to 4 passes with the finish blades. And like I said, as it gets harder, the power trowel revolutions increase and the angle and steepness of those blades start to increase. As it gets harder, it's going to get smoother. And as long as you're ahead of it, it's no problem. If you're behind, you got issues. So there's a time lapse there. I'm spraying a chemical cure and seal on there, and that's just going to slow down the cure, still let it breathe, but now it's going to slow down and get a very slow cure. The slower concrete can cure, the better. Less risk of cracking and problems later on. So we're stripping our drain out here, and now we're going to cut in our control joints. So the rule of thumb with control joints is 1/4 of the depth of the slab. So this is a 5-inch slab, and we are going to cut 1.25 inches. If we were doing a 6-inch slab, it would be an 1.5 inch cut. This might actually be a 6-inch slab, if I remember correctly, but 1/4 of the depth is the rule of thumb. We got some corner cuts off the drain there, and now we're washing that slurry from all the cutting into the drain. And final cleanup. Things are looking pretty good over there, and then we're just going to go to the front and check our overhead door, and we're going to lower that and check the gap and make sure she's tight. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.